But alas, it's still falling pretty steadily in and around Lambeau Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Green Bay Packers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Okay, ready? 44, come on. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
On play action, they'll throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
That's a pick, boy. That's a pick. Going the other way.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And shedding through the tackle. He was looking for Daniels that time. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Set, ready. 15 lining, 15 lining. Watch the run, watch the run. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. And we'll have to check the flag, but I think this one's going to stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now we're under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Oh, he fakes a spike. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he fires one incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Here's a play fake as they set up the throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Switch gears.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally, like the one we just saw, sometimes just hold on to the football and take the hit.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Looking downfield for Godwin. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
On the ready. 44th mark. Check.
That's what I do.
Ready, go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Pass it, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Gay is on for the point after. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Buccaneers 21, Packers nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On second down, it's Jones. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3-and-out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Not today, you are. Not today.
They'll look to throw. Jones has it. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and 11.
At the 46-yard line.
Set, ready. You're Pittsburgh. Hey, let's get in that hole. Shift.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. Third down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point.
Dustin Hopkins on for the extra point.
It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their third one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A Reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. That is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Airing this one out for Evans. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 57 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. 2nd and 6. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. This is caught at the 20. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Hey,
now back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
And that is no good. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off near his own 48. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Now left side on the swing pass. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, he's going to go for it all, and that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Push him back.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Watch the screen. Mike's 59 left.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 44-yard line. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And now here is another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the return will stop right around the 25. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Ready up. March forward. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Ready, go.
2nd and 15. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taken right around the 44. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Looking to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
You got nothing.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Second and 11. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still fourth down upcoming.
It's fourth down.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
On the delay, Jones. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Packers on third down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll set up to throw. Complete to Jones. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 16. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? They'll run it with Williams. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
Hey, let's get there. Go!
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
It's a party now.
Here's Jones. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
Ready, set.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.